Event burnout is a thing. And what I've noticed is there's three causes. And so I thought, well, gosh, what if we just talked about them today and got them out in the open? And then there's more awareness and it'll help us notice if those patterns are showing up for us in our own events and might help prevent more burnout from happening, right? How are entrepreneurs like us daring bravely to build a stage, ditch the sweatpants, and step up to the mic? How do we create our own transformative events so we can get our message out into the world in a bigger way that's not only profitable, but it's actually something we can be proud of? That's the question. And the answers are inside this podcast. My name is Sarah Pfeiffer. Welcome to Green Room Central. So that's what I thought we'd talk about today is event burnout and the three causes. So what I've noticed is the three causes are first, resentment, second, profitability, and third, fun. So we're going to talk about each of those today. First, resentment. I never want you to feel like you resent the process that you entered yourself and your team into. And I think it's easy for it to creep in when we're talking about events because there is a specific deadline. The time frame is not negotiable. And so naturally that time frame can feel constricting and it can feel tight. And so we start to feel like nervous about our ability to deliver. And what I've noticed is that we probably need better project planning and we probably need more resets. And we need to encourage those resets, not for just for ourselves, but for our team too, so that they don't burn out. I think that, again, resentment creeps in when we're feeling like a burden from the planning process. And inside of Live Event Academy, we talk a lot about systems which are repeatable and scalable, which help reduce a lot of those causes of resentment. You know, I'm a huge fan of systems because it allows us to not have to micromanage so many pieces throughout the event planning process. It allows us to step into more strategic leadership role instead of in the trenches doing the thing. You know, I mean, it's the same as any other aspect of your business. And so I think it's just extra important that we have an eye and an ear towards where are there things that could be done in a more systematic way that would allow us next event to feel like this was just a little bit easier, that we had a little bit more breathing room, that we knew what the runway, what the process looked like. Because sometimes that visibility is what's next helps ease that sense of resentment and burnout. My encouragement to you under the umbrella of resentment is first, notice where it's coming up, and then two, address it. And I'd say address it this event and don't wait for the next one, because I guarantee you it'll come up again. And I want you to be ready and prepared for it. Okay? So notice and then make a plan. And then third, reset. Spend more time in meditation, in exercise, at the table eating a healthy meal, drinking huge amounts of water. All the things that allow you to be the best version, the most highest performing version of you. You need that stuff more during an event cycle than ever before, and encourage that of your team too. Okay? So 3 things under the resentment bucket. 1, notice, document it when it's coming up for you. Okay? Second, make a plan. So is it a system? Is it just more communication? What is it? Third, more resets. Okay? So hopefully that helps you with that resentment bucket. Second, profitability. huge cause of burnout. People get really frustrated when registrations aren't coming in. It takes their mind off of all the other places where they should be focusing. People get panicked when they're losing money on the event. And that happens when the plan for revenue wasn't solid. They weren't planning for revenue to come in multiple streams. Weren't planning for revenue to come in at all, perhaps. Like we forgot that we could make an offer in the middle of the event. Forgot that we could follow up after the event with everyone individually to invite them to take the next step. Forgot that we could charge more for the ticket. We forgot that we could bring in sponsors. We forgot that we could bring in affiliates to help us sell registrations. There's so many ways to bring in revenue. And I talk about that in my guide. It's free. You can just go grab a copy over at sarahpfeiffer.com/profitable. sarahpfeiffer.com/profitable. It'll help you be aware of your expenses and where the revenue is coming in and figure out your break-even point. And I always say that just that awareness will bring you so much peace of mind. But I don't want you to let profitability get in your way of doing the event again. And so you need to spend some time on the money stuff. It is absolutely my soapbox because I just am so passionate about events making money and not losing money. And so I get frustrated when I see business owners not making a plan to at least break even, but be profitable. Like that's my wish and hope for everybody, because these things are so darn fun. Events are just like the best thing in the world. It's my biased opinion, but I love creating experiences for other people. And I get irked when the money stuff gets in the way and causes burnout and a lack of desire to do it again. So I know that's not going to happen to you, because you're going to go grab that guide, sarahpfeiffer.com/profitable. You're going to work on first identifying your expenses. Second, identifying where the money's going to come in. Okay. Figuring out that break-even point. It'll give you so much peace of mind, I promise. All right, third thing I want to talk about when it comes to event burnout is fun. It has to be fun for you. For you. I know we talked about this in episode 39 on affirmations. Do you remember that? I want you to plan things that you like to do into the event agenda. Be totally selfish. Okay? Because if there isn't something in there that you are just truly, madly, deeply excited and looking forward to doing with your community or seeing, maybe it's a special decoration, maybe it's an activity, maybe it's a food or a beverage, maybe it's a guest speaker. You know what it is for you. You know what you've noticed when you've gone to other events and been like, oh my gosh, I have to do something like that at my event. Or the idea is just come to you. It's something you've never seen before, but you know that it would be so darn fun if you did it at your event. Then I need you to do it, because I do not want you to do all of this work. I'm not sugarcoating it, right? Like it's a lot of work to put on your own event. And I don't want you to get burned out because you are not looking forward to something highly enjoyable for you, something that would be so fun during your event or during the event planning process or somewhere during the event cycle, like that it's just you're just like giddy with excitement for that piece. Okay? You know what it is for you. In fact, I'd love for you to go journal on it for 5 minutes after we get done here in this episode, because it'll just put a smile on your face and a sparkle in your eye. And I want that for you today. So I hope that's been helpful. Our conversation about burnout and the causes that I see most prevalent being resentment, profitability, and fun. I hope this conversation has been a little bit of a heads up for you so that you can avoid some of these traps on your next event and not get burned out and feel energized, in fact, by the process. That's my hope for you. I am cheering you on from Portland. You've got this. Take care. Thank you for listening to the Green Room Central podcast. If you loved this episode, then please take a screenshot on your phone and post it to Instagram, and be sure to tag @SarahPfeiffer and let me know why you liked it and what you'd like to hear or who you'd like to hear from in the future. That'll help me know what to create for you. Also, if scaling events in your business sounds like something you'd like to tackle in 2022 and you need a coach, let's connect to see if one-on-one coaching is for you. Just go to greenroomcentral.com. You and I can work together one-on-one throughout the course of the year and dive deep into the inner workings of your business and events. You'll receive mentorship, personalized feedback, and customized guidance to define your goals and achieve your next level of success. Go to greenroomcentral.com right now to apply. This podcast is built on Kajabi. I loved how easy it was to get things set up, but more so, I'm thrilled that my entire business is run within one platform. From my emails to pages to courses and my podcast too, it's all under one roof. If you love simplicity and scalability as much as I do, then go to greenroomcentral.com to get a free 14-day trial from Kajabi. I appreciate your commitment to leveling up and learning the mindset and strategy of live events. Keep going, keep learning. If you want more, head over to greenroomcentral.com for show notes and all the links from today's episode.